Hello, 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 my urbanites. How are you all doing today? Oh my gosh, I have breaking news. I told you all, my urbanites, that I would come in and out with the breaking news. I could not contain myself with this Jussie, not Jesse, Jussie. It's Jussie Smollett. I could not contain myself because he has been found guilty. Oh, I knew it. Let me tell you, when I first caught wind of that story, that he was pretending to whatever, I said to my husband, I said, this sounds and smells very fishy. It really does. And let me tell you, the fruition, the manifestation of the fishiness came to pass yesterday when he was convicted, guilty on 5 counts out of 6. So Jussie Smollett, guilty of false reports to police about his racial attack. Former Empire actor Jussie Smollett was convicted Thursday on an array of charges connected to a 2019 incident in which he staged an anti-gay racist attack on himself and then lied to Chicago police about it. So he's convicted on 5 counts. All disorderly conduct. Count number 1, telling Chicago police officer Muhammad Baig he was the victim of a hate crime, guilty. Telling Baig he was the victim of a battery, guilty. Telling police detective Kimberly Murray he was the victim of a hate crime, guilty. Telling Murray he was the victim of a battery, guilty. Oh, that's a little ring. Let me put that. Telling again Murray he was the victim of a battery, guilty. And then telling Detective Robert Graves that he was the victim of an aggravated battery, not guilty. This is interesting because Jussie Smollett in 2007, according to the Los Angeles City Attorney's Office, Smollett pleaded no contest to providing false information to law enforcement in a 2007 misdemeanor case resulting from a DUI, drinking under the influence, stop, in which Smollett gave police a false name and signed his brother's name on the summons promising to appear in court. Smollett also pleaded no contest to driving with a blood alcohol level over the legal limit and driving without a valid driver's license, and was sentenced to a fine and 2 years of probation. This was Jussie Smollett back in 2007. Okay, fast forward to 2019. Here he goes with this hate crime hoax. So he now faces up to 3 years in prison, but he could be sentenced to probation and community service. So I don't know what the sentencing will bring.
I am innocent.
I'm sentencing you to 30 months felony probation, and the probation is going to be to this court. You're going to be allowed to travel wherever you want. You do not have to live in the state of Illinois. You can report by phone. I know that if you're going to try to make a living and do some of the things you do, you may have to go to other places in New York and Los Angeles. You can do those things. You will pay restitution to the city of Chicago in the amount of $120,106. You are fined $25,000, which is the maximum fine. And you will spend the first 150 days of your sentence in the Cook County Jail. And that will start today. right here, right now. Mr. Smollett, though the jury found you guilty and I've sentenced you as I have, you have the right to appeal the findings and rulings of the court or ask your sentence be modified. To do those things, you need to file a notice of appeal in writing within 30 days. You may also file a motion to modify your sentence, which would have to be filed in writing within 30 days. Anything not stated in those filings are waived for purposes of appeal. You cannot afford lawyers or transcripts. They would be provided free of charge. Do you have any questions?
No, I would just like to say to Your Honor that I am not suicidal. That's what I would like to say.
Okay.
I am not suicidal.
Okay.
I am not suicidal. I am innocent, and I am not suicidal. If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of Black Americans in this country for over 400 years and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you and I respect the jury, but I did not do this. And I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself. And you must all know that. I respect you, Your Honor. I respect your decision. Jail time, I am not suicidal.
Okay.
You are entering the urban suite. Let's talk about mental health. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about urban issues plaguing our community with Dr. LisaMLaCon. You are entering the urban suite.